Hi, my name is Brandon Johnson, and I'm a senior account executive here at Odoo. And today I'm going to show you an easy way to import products and then update their quantity. So we're going to use my demo database, and we'll get started in just a moment. So sharing my screen, and we are in Odoo. Now, Odoo is a modular ERP system, so all these apps are connected. And today we're going to be focusing mainly on inventory. So we're going to go to products. As you can see, we already have a bunch of products already created. But for our demo today, we're going to create new ones. So the way we do that is let's assume that everything's invisible here, and we're going to create a brand new product. We can call it whatever we want. In this case, it's going to be widget, and we're going to save. All you have to do to create a product, we're done. Now that we've created this product, the next step is we have to update the quantity of how many we have on hand. So if we look right here, we can see we have one widget. All of these can be changed very easily. And what we will do now is we're going to create a template to mass upload more products. So we're going to create widget 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the way we do this is we click right here, click Action, Export. We choose I want to update data. This allows us to update the data. We can have all of this information in here, but we don't have to. So I'm going to remove most of that and keep it simple. You can always make it more complicated, but I like to keep things simple myself. So we have sequence. We don't need that. So we have name, sales price, and cost. Very simple, easy to use. And this will allow us to re-upload this data into the system. We also have a bunch of other things we could track or focus on or any of those, but we're going to skip that because you can explore that for yourself. So now we clicked export and we have our new template. As we can see, this template's very simple. We have our ID, we have a name, we have a list price and a standard price. List price is how much we sell it for. Standard price is how much we buy it for. Say this 100, and we're going to create a new item. So you could import a list of items. In my case, I'm not going to. I'm just going to make this very simple. We'll have widget 1. We'll have widget 1, 2, and 3, and we'll have a list price of say. We'll do that. So 150, 200, and 250. And we'll do the same thing. We'll do 100. And we will do that. Okay, cool. So we have our items, widget 1, widget 2, widget 3. We have a list price and a standard price. Pretty simple stuff. That's all you have to do, save. Now, to add these products into our system, all we do is we click Favorites, Import Records, Load File. We choose the file that we're going to do, which is product template 30. And you could do this differently if you want. I'm making this very simple. Now, ID is very important. ID determines what the item is. So if I removed this ID, it would recreate widget, and we don't want that. So now I'm just going to click Test to make sure it works. It looks like it does. We click Import, everything's valid, and now we have 4 items. So now if I go into my products, you can now see I have widget 1, widget 2, widget 3, and we have the associated prices and costs associated with them. Now, with these items, with our widgets that we created, as you can see, we have 0 on hand. So we need to rectify that. So the way we do that is through an inventory adjustment. So we click on inventory adjustment right here, and we click create, and we're going to choose include exhausted products. That's very important. If you don't include exhausted products, then it won't show properly. It will ignore anything that's at 0. So all we're doing today is just uploading. We're only focusing on widgets, but I have it set to show the entire thing. So this shows all items. We have all 60. So if we look right here, we'll see our widgets, and we'll also see a test item that I made. Now, the easiest way to do this is we click right here, and we choose Action Export, and we're going to create another template. So we choose, I want to update data. We can choose product, serial number. I don't want that. I just want product and counted quantity. That's it. Just show me that. Click Export, and we're done. Now we have our items, we have our ID, we have our product ID, and we have our product quantity. So this is where we can go in and update them. So let's say I have 50 of widget, I have 100 of widget 1, I have 250 of widget 2, and I have 600 of widget 3, and sure, I'll have 1 of test. I don't know. So now we have these numbers. That's all I had to do. I could have changed any of the product quantity of any of these other items if I wanted to, but I don't want to. We click save, and that's it. We can now go back. We choose favorites, import records, load file, and we choose the item that we just did, stock inventory line 1. As you can see, it already looks through it, makes sure everything's fine. You click test, everything seems valid, you import it, and we're done. 60 records have just been uploaded. And now you can see we have 100, 50, 100, 200, 600. Now, if everything looks right, we validate the inventory and we're done. Now, if we go into products, you will see that when I type in widget, I now have 50, 100, 250, and 600. And that's it. Very simple, very easy to do. You could also do the same thing for contacts. It's just as easy. If you want to add a new contact in the system, you can create one by default. So I'm going to create an individual called Sam. That's it. Save. And now I'm going to use that as my template. So I just type in Sam right here, find Sam, choose this, favorites, choose action, export. I want to update the data. We can cover all this information if we want. I just want to have phone, email. I don't want city, country, or company. I just want his phone and email and name. There we go. Export. That's it. We now upload our new person. ID, we have no phone. We're going to give Sam a phone number. We're going to give him an email, sam@sam.com. We're going to give, we're going to make Bob as well. So we're going to have Bob, and he's going to be bob@bob.com. And our phone number for Bob is this. Cool. That's it. Save. Go to here, choose favorites, import records, load a file. We load the file that we just created, respartner19. It looks through it, confirms. You can test it if you want. It's going to work. You choose import, and boom. Now we also have Bob. And that's it. That is the total. So if you have any questions, reach out to me, bjo@odoo.com. You can also reach me on my phone number, 650-434-7885, 650-434-7885. And this was Brandon. Have a good one. Take care.